Is that a Pug or an MAN?
Yep, it's basically all the new Peugeots are doing it.
So,
All the new Peugeots. It's amazing.
have you got that one back yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it back finally, have you?
Yeah.
And?
So that's still good.
Good police
But bear in mind,
yeah,
the last time we got one back, we picked it up on the Friday, and by the Saturday afternoon, all the warning lights were back on again.
yeah,
So
please don't say that, because I've got a fucking car due in for a service at that dealer.
yeah, but number one, yours is a petrol, isn't it?
Yes.
So you don't have AdBlue to deal with anyway. And to be fair, we had a second Peugeot dealer on the go, and they were doing the same thing coming out of that dealer as well.
Oh, right, okay.
We were taking them down to the Preston dealership as well at one point.
Is it just I guess it's just the van in general then.
I don't know what it is, mate. When a main dealer can't seem to cure the problem, there's something serious. And I can't imagine we're the only company in the world having this issue.
I know it sounds stupid, but AdBlue is AdBlue. Yeah?
Yeah.
Not tainted, is it?
Well, in that case, then why aren't the MANs suffering?
Maybe the MANs have got better filters.
You know, it's like, what was I going to say? We get our AdBlue off our mechanic. Off of the garage. The garage we use, we get it off them.
Yeah.
So if he got, because I said that, because I said at one point, it's funny how all the Peugeots are doing it at the same time. I said, you didn't get like a contaminated batch or something silly. But it's like, number one, number two, why, surely every other company he supplies would also be shouting, oi.
Yeah.
We've got an issue, you know.
I know, I'm just wondering is...
Oh, you're not saying anything that we haven't gone through ourselves.
No, I know, I was just wondering just because of the fact that has the MAN got a better filter than the Peugeots?
Well, the MN's just a better van in general, that's just a fact. It is unfortunately that. They're talking now about the next one. They were talking about buying them freaking LDV Maxus at one point. We've luckily talked them out of that.
Aren't they?
And now saying,
aren't the LDVs supposed to be shit though?
oh yeah, they're supposed to be really shit. And now they're talking about Renault, where they're going, look, the answer sat outside. It's the fucking Volkswagen. Yeah, it costs you £5 more to buy, but you make it back when it's not off the road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go, it's go down the Fords.
I actually suggested that to at least the Ford dealers in fucking Kendal. You know?
Yeah.
That's it sounds at least.
You do have Ford dealers up here, like, but...
Well, no, they Ford dealer in Kendal.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I mean, it's just, you've always got the Fords. But you might end up with some electric shite.
No, it doesn't work for our job.
Well, exactly, that's what I mean.
No, say they won't do it because
No,
by the time you
the...
put a fridge on an electric van, your range goes to nothing.
Because...
I'll tell you, a while ago they came to us, tried to sell us some little Nissans.
What, Leafs?
We're talking like Citroen Berlingo size, no vans.
Oh, right.
They call it like the NQ. They call it the NQ something. It's like, so I think it's basically a Renault Kangoo in a frock.
Yeah.
But it's Nissan, full electric, full fridge van. Have a guess what the range was, with a fridge and everything.
50 mile.
40.
I was close.
Yeah, but that's what they're quoting in ideal conditions. In real life, that's about fucking 25.
Oh, yeah.
So we literally laughed at them and said, what are we supposed to do with that? We'd need 6 of them to do a Liverpool. Have to fucking relay race them. We literally said to this salesman, what fucking use is that?
And what did
Alright, for one salesman that lives in Liverpool and never goes out the city, might just get away with it, unless he has to go to Manchester, in which case he's buggered.
Yeah.
It's a freaking overnight stay. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable that they're actually going around telling people that this is an option.
Yeah. Well, like I say, it's the whole.
It's just-
Yeah, but the whole like.
and you don't get we've got electric vehicles sat outside, so
Yeah, but that's the thing that worries me.
yeah, but ours is
Ah, but
ours
nah,
is on
but
solid ground.
no, but bollocks, no, but buts and ifs, much bit, if buts, maybes. You used to
Oh, I still do. I still.
despise electric.
There's a I have always said this. I've always said there is a very small section where they work for. Very small. I've always said that long before I own one.
Yeah.
You've got to be in a very unique position where one suddenly makes sense.
Now, for what?
And it just so happens
Yeah, but
that what
for what she
my wife
does,
it makes sense.
yeah, but for what she does, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I am. That's the thing. I am not going to turn around now and say, well, everyone should have one, because no, that doesn't work.
To
And
be honest,
the only reason we have one is because I've got the big diesel to back us up.
exactly.
You know, it's like funny. We're going down to Liverpool on Wednesday, ironically, because Shell's got a hospital appointment there, and it would, in theory, be right on the edge of the MG's range.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean literally
Oh
right
yeah,
on the edge.
I can imagine.
But we're not taking that. We're taking the Mondeo. Because yeah, it's right on the edge of the range. But if you get stuck in a bit of traffic, the next thing you're going to stop at services for 6 hours to give the bugger a boost charge to get back home.
Yeah.
I flaming. I was through with my dad's last night.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Look,
Alex.
what have you done?
Yeah, turning this when these fucking things do not lock. And this roller doesn't lock. Bit of an experience.
Fair enough. Yeah, say for example, I went to my dad's last night and I took her car because I didn't have mine at home.
What did he say?
Mine's at work. No, he was the one who pushed us together. He really pushed us that was the right choice for her. I'll give him credit, he wasn't far off. But basically, coming back, I always have the exact same debate with myself every time. Do I jump on the motorway, which is a lot quicker, but it burns electric?
Or do you go the back route
Or do you go through Morecambe down the prom?
at a slower
Takes
speed?
a bit longer, but that's a city car. You can tell it was built for that,
Yeah.
and it really does.
Yeah,
It's
but
about 18 miles. If I do it Morecambe, it only uses 12 miles of range.
Yeah. I mean, did
If I
you?
go the motorway, it uses about 40.
Yeah, but did you come up when we up in? Did you come up to Kendal on the motorway, or did you back it? Back road
I
it?
come up the motorway, I went back the back road.
Yeah.
But so I say every time I was having this debate to myself, which way they're going. I thought, you know what? It's Sunday night. I'm at work Monday morning. I'll jump on motorway. So I can plug it in if I need to when I get home. But I can.
Yeah, I know that.
Jumped on motorway at Carnforth. Got around corner. Lancaster fucking Junction was shut on it.
Ah, shite.
I had to go right up to Golgate, turn round and back down again.
Oh, that would have added a little bit more range on the end as well.
So I think it had something like 50 mile left on it by the time I got it back to house. So I definitely plugged it in when I got back and we left it plugged in overnight.
That's not bad. I think 50 mile would have got it to and from work.
Oh yeah, it would have done, but he's would have. I always like it to have a little bit of reserving.
Oh yeah, you do.
Because if
And-
she only gets a phone call, she needs to go through to her dad's or something, or if she only
Yeah.
get a phone call, something's happening. Something's happened with my family, like tonight. Yeah, I've got a van at home again.
Mm.
If I suddenly get a phone call, I need to go through to my dad's or something stupid. I like to know it's ready to do it.
Mm.
I'm the same with a petrol car. I never like to leave a car sat with no fuel in it. I always have. Usually when I get to about a quarter of a tank, I start itching to fill it.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, I get itchy if I get to half.
No, well, maybe once again, maybe the joys of a diesel.
Yeah, but
Because
that's
quarter of a tank to me is still like 240 miles.
yeah, but like now, when I go out on Saturday, I'm obviously I know I've got the range I've got on it now is a possible push.
Oh yeah, never take the range a car gives you as gospel.
No.
Never take, because that is based on so many factors. I mean, you put the thing with that MG, you turn the air con on, you lose 10 miles of range.
Well, yeah.
Because that's just how they are. That's just how it is. You know, I'm not saying that against it. That's just something you take into account.
I
But
mean, what are you doing?
I'm replanting the bottom of field 4. I've got an AI ripping field
I know you
3
have.
because field 3 I'm thinking can be the cornfield. But what was I going to say?
Well,
The corn drill is not a direct drill,
no, I know.
so that anything that does needs to be ripped. Whereas,
Well, I've already rolled that other field. So, is there
oh nice.
gonna be anything that needs rolling?
This one I'm doing will do.
Fuck it, I'm going into overkill mode.
What are you doing?
Bringing the big beastie down.
Yeah, do it. I don't mind.
Kept me less
But
done.
yeah, the point I was
And
saying,
that's the thing, though.
I just always keep a car like I always fuel in the same place, which is halfway between here and work. So if I'm near a quarter of a tank and I'm passing, I'll bring it and fill it.
Hmm.
But I like to keep it with like quarter of a tank. And say if suddenly something happens,
Yeah, but that's the thing.
I know it's ready.
That's why I always keep mine over. I keep mine over half because just in case.
Well, like I say, half a tank for mine's like 400 odd miles. I don't need that. I'm not going to suddenly have to go to Cornwall.
No.
Like I say, quarter of a tank on mine's a good solid 240 miles. So once it's around there, I'm trying to think, right, next time I'm passing Truckhaven, I'll fill it. The works vans, I'm different. The works van today, I actually got it to the point where it had no miles to it. I actually got it to the point where it took the miles to empty range away and just put that dotted lines up. My record is 81.5 litres, and as far as I'm aware, they're only an 80-litre tank.
Jesus. See, and that's the thing. You know, I don't. Just because of the current situation I'm in, if I do need to have to go to a hospital appointment and stuff, I've got to go to the hospital Friday because I've got to go and get some bloods done, and then I've got to go.
Yeah, but there is a slight difference with yours, that filling yours up is a 2-minute job.
No, I know.
Whereas the electric is a 14-hour job.
Yeah, I know. And this is the thing, even when it'll become time to swap, I'm not gonna get pushed into getting an electric. I can't, I've got nowhere to...
That's the thing, one of the things that when I've said before, like I said, I would say that you can go back in history before we owned this MG, and I did say there are certain circumstances where it works and ones where it doesn't, and yours, it doesn't. For one simple, we have one big advantage, you have a driveway.
You have a driveway. Now, if I had a driveway...
Yeah. No, I fully agree
then
with you.
maybe, but the problem...
You're in the same position my mother is.
Yeah.
But there's no guarantee she's going to be prepared within freaking 200 yards of her house some days.
No. I mean, I'm across the road now, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
you know what I mean?
You get every now and then you are, but there's also times where we go to be mothers and we're not even on the same street.
No. And
so, short of a hell of a lot of extension cables.
Yeah.
or knocking on a neighbour's door and asking to borrow us a cup of electric.
And
I get that. And like I said, I'm not.
And it's not that. It's personally, and I'm still well in this belief, is this country does not have the infrastructure.
Correct. No.
Now,
I did 100%.
If we lived in Norway, fucking it, too right I would. Because I know that Norway, and I've seen the pictures, and obviously I have the. Obviously, her dad's wife isn't from Norway, and I've seen the rolls of just electric car chargers.
The other thing though is like I say, the other side of it is certainly from my point of view. I always said we tend to avoid. We only charge at home because it's that much cheaper.
Oh yeah, no. But if I was to have gone through, obviously, if I was to got one through the scheme, they would have been putting me on to, is it BP? Something like that. BP's. Yeah. And you'd still have to pay, but you'd be still. Actually, would you have to pay for that? I think you have to pay for that.
I can't remember. It's funny, 2 or 3 times I've started looking if we pull up when there's charge, it's how much it's charging you. Pun intended.
Quite a lot, isn't it? Like, is it?
Most of the ones I've seen are like between 85 and 90 pence a kilowatt hour.
Ooh.
Now, bear in mind, I don't know about you, but my electric at home is about 24 pence a kilowatt hour. And we're not a good EV tariff. I mean, when we come to renew, I know the supplier we're with do a tariff where they'll do down to 7p an hour for like 3 hours a night.
I mean, unfortunately, I'm unsure because of prepay meeting, like prepay.
Yeah, like I say, we're on a.
Oh right, okay. So, if you get an electric vehicle through them, they give you an all-inclusive package.
Right.
So basically, you get a Mobility Go charge card to help you charge on the go, and will arrange. Obviously, they'll do your insurance and stuff like that. But the problem is with that network. I believe I have had a look. I think. Now I don't. This makes me fucking laugh. Yeah. Right. So they said they have lots of long-range vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Many of them have a battery range of 250 miles, right?
They consider that long range. I mean,
no, just listen to this next bit. This would get you from Edinburgh to Manchester on a single charge. How the fuck is that even possible?
Probably sat at about 40 mile an hour upsetting all the wagon drivers.
That's not possible. Obviously, it says we can support you with home or public charging. If you can, we'll arrange for a home charge point and a standard installation as part of your lease, or offer you a subscription to a network of public charge point.
Now you've got to hope. I mean, I heard you mention BP. Now the one thing I know is there's not a lot of BP stuff around where you are. Because we had this problem because we used to run BP fuel cards for work. Our branch over your way had to stay on a different one.
Is it not outside of Kendal?
Yeah, there's about 4 around us.
There's one.
I mean, around you in particular.
There isn't.
Like I say, our
bottom 11s, innit?
Bottom 11s. One of the ones on Prizer now is.
Yeah, because it's Esso, innit? It's Esso on the other side, and.
Because the one at the bottom of the hill near work, I will always go fuel card of whatever the garage just up the road is.
Yeah.
That's how they've always done it. Whatever that garage is, we run those fuel cards. So we're on Esso right now, which actually isn't too bad. Because I know when I'm in Liverpool, where there's at least like 4 that I pretty much pass. So I can time my fill-ups.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look and see what they say here.
But I certainly remember back when we had the BP ones, our branch near you had to go onto a different one. Because there was literally no BP around them at all.
So, if you have a charge point at home, according to Mobility, right? Especially if you charge at the right time and get a tariff that works best for you, it costs about 8p per mile on average on a standard tariff,
I'll
and
tell you.
3 pence per mile if you charge off peak.
Well, that's what I say. When our electric's up for renewal, I'll speak to our
But
supplier and try and get on one of those tariffs.
see, now
Right
this,
now, we're just on a standard one.
yeah, no, this is the thing. There are over 70,000 charge points across 70,000. That sounds a lot.
You think about
70,000
it.
charge points across the UK.
No, you probably
Estimate.
you think about it. Like you go to a motorway services, they've often got about 20 these days. Most car parks now have
Charging
4 or
costs,
5.
yeah. Charging costs vary depending on the operator and speed you choose. How will help if you cannot get to a home charge point and it's your first fully electric car on the scheme. So they will offer you a subscription to the Pulse network, right? Sorry, BP Pulse network.
Like I say, as far as I'm aware, I don't know if there's any of them around you.
Exactly. And so they give you a subscription to that, right? Which some of these public charge points will give you better charging rates and some are free.
So does that mean they're free? But I'm not calling them liars. There might be odd ones.
Some might be, some might not be. If you've had a beep, we'll offer you this again. If you haven't had a home charge point for your last vehicle, yeah. Right, so you'll also get the Mobility Go charge card. This lets you charge simply at over 50,000 charge points. You'll never pay more than a charge point. Right. So this lets you charge simply at over 50,000 charge points. You'll never pay more than the charge point operators pay as you go tariff. So if you can't use... Okay, so basically your subscription to a BP Pulse... You get...
I am done on this field, you're clear.
You would get as part of your all-in-one inclusive package, so you technically... wouldn't pay for charging, right? By the sounds of this. I have no... This is the thing that really annoys me.
It gets complicated quick and it's not that well explained.
No. So, for the BP Pulse, it's 7 kilowatts, right? But you'd need to bring it... So, tariffs per kilowatt. For subscribers... So obviously, okay, right, so you do get charged. So for subscribers, as part of the BP Pulse network, what they offer, you would pay 44p per kilowatt. Right?
Now, like I say, bear in mind, say if you can do it at home, it's a lot less than that.
Exactly. So. Pay as you go, 59p. Contactless stroke guess, you would be paying 59p. Now, if you used a rapid charger, subscribers would pay 63p, pay as you go would pay 77p, and contactless guess 79p. And then if you would use the ultra fast charger, it'd be 69p as for subscribers, 83p and 85p. That's... Nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Right, if I'm honest to God, and I've always said it, if it was cheaper, you know what I'd do? I'd go back hybrid.
Yeah.
Fuck the electric.
You've had a hybrid.
I've had hybrids. Now, and that's the thing. I'd go back a hybrid because technically the government can't make you go fully electric. The government cannot make everybody go fully electric. Not a chance. Because not everybody can, like we say, like we're just discussing, not everybody can have charge points. Not everybody is going to, it's it's some sort of an incentive to do it, but I'm sorry, but I would go, and I've even said this to my dad, I'd go back hybrid, because
that makes sense.
Yes, it's technically it's an electric. I mean, this is where people conceive it as weird. Oh, but it's not electric because it's got a petrol engine. The petrol engine there is there to provide you a little bit of power if you need it, and it also charges your hybrid battery. So technically, your petrol is charging your battery, your EV battery.
Things I can. It's not because it's hybrid. It's not electric. If it's being driven by electric power, then it's electric, and that's what a hybrid's doing when it's not got the engine on.
Yeah.
Like I said, we looked at the Volvo XC40.
Oof. Yeah.
But the only way one came under budget have to be like 160,000 miles.
Hmm.
And that's the other thing I needed. The reason the MG became out was because they were very good value for money. Not very good to it for the mileage and the age, and for a car with warranty still on it.
Hmm.
They were really good value.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Everybody can say, well, hybrids aren't electric. Well, they are, because in a hybrid mode, now the hybrid the hybrid I had at the time, it couldn't fully do it. It was awkward.
It depends on the exact.
No, what I'm saying was, you were supposed to be able to put it into fully electric mode.
Yeah.
And it just run off your battery. And it was it was a little bit.
Some are just like cars, aren't they?
Yeah. Whereas that one used to be able to run full electric. You could put it into hybrid mode, so it would just run off your battery. So it was a little bit awkward at times trying to get it to do it. It was fiddly.
Yeah.
And I did have words with I had words with the dealer over it. And they said, "Oh well, there shouldn't be a problem with it." I said, "Well,
I like
that." and I said to the guy that
I once said that to a dealer. Looked at his prices. We was discussing somewhere, and he was like, "Well, the car should do this." Oh, well, go out and tell the fucking car, will you? Because it ain't got the memo.
So I basically, the guy came out with me, and I showed him, because it was from the Toyota garage on the Whiteland. So I showed him, took him out, showed him, and he went, "Ah." I went, "Yeah, exactly." And I said, it states in the manuals as well that you can run this car, because it's the make. It's the make that can do it. You can run it fully on electric. He says, "Is your battery charged?" I went, "Yeah, the battery's..." And he looks and went, "Oh yeah, the battery is fully charged."
Oh, okay. We're gonna be having parsnips next week. No, tomorrow.
Well, they ended up owing me money in the end. Do you know why?
Because you couldn't use the car as it was sold to you.
No. When I received that car, it had enough battery power. When they sold me that car, they were supposed to put a little bit of juice in it, enough to get me to the petrol station, right at Sainsbury's or wherever it was. There was enough battery power to get me from the dealer, just got me to the petrol station.
Yeah.
I gave them the proof of it, and they ended up reimbursing me fuel money, basically. They said, "Well, how much?"
What's when we picked that MG? We picked it from a dealership in Preston. I did email the guy a couple of days before and said, "Look, mate, we've quite a journey back. Can you just plug it in that morning, please?" And to be fair to them, they did.
Yeah.
I literally put an email. Look, we've got to take it back like 50 odd miles. Just plug it in that morning and just make sure it's got a reasonable amount in.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that. It was the fact that this, they'd said over the phone as well before I went to pick it up. Yeah, you'll have fuel. You'll have the fuel in the car. You know what I mean? You'll have some fuel in the car to get you to the petrol station. Right? And I didn't. Here's the best bit. That car was on finance. Yeah, what's going through the courts at the moment?
Oh yeah, well, the thing about cars on finance.
Yeah, guess what?
You're part of it.
I am. And I've had I had an email about it. So I put claiming for it.
Fair enough, go for it, yeah.
But obviously, unfortunately, I'm well aware of what's happening, but the decision isn't coming. The decision's not coming through till July. And then after that, well, if I get something back out of the bastards,
Fair enough.
and hopefully I'll never have to deal with them bastards again. Even if I do decide to go for a hybrid.
Yeah. Right, if you're done, I think we're ready to skip the night, are we?
I've rolled, I think. Have I rolled that field properly?
Yeah. Look, there might be an odd little corner.
I don't know if it was that or if it's hail damage. Excuse me. I don't know if it's hail damage or something.
There is a little bit of hail damage in a couple of places.
Oh no, yeah, no, it's
You're pretty good. There's a little corner, but I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
Should I do as a night skip?
You haven't got any cedars going, have you?
No, there's a ripper going.
Alright, okay.
That's all.
Yeah, you're doing a skip. That's fine. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I should have stopped before. I might end up in a wall. Oh no, lucky enough I didn't.
You just stopped.
It's a beast, that thing, though, isn't it?
Not bad, is it? Do you reckon that'll do us for what we need?
Yeah, the only thing that bugs me about them is the articulate steering on them.
Yeah, because like I say, if we want to, and we do kind of have the money, there's that lovely big city and cedar with 15-meter spread.
It might. The problem is it? Is our little direct drill gonna cut the?
Well, it will eventually. So, trouble if we go to these bigger ones, they're not direct drills.
I'm just wondering, with it obviously being the fact that the size of the two fields that we're working with, because obviously you got 1 and 2, haven't we?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, what you could do if you wanted to is lease one of them big ones and do field 1 and 2 with it and have a go with it and see how you feel.
Yeah. But does that field need ripping first?
They say.
It what?
No, is that ploughed? Is that? Yes, it will. Bollocks. If you did it with our drill, no, because it's direct drill. If you did it with that big one, yes, you'd have to rip it first.
Oh shit!
What's up?
Jump on the rice fields.
Any doing right?
Sorry, I'm just pulling this tractor off the road a minute. I'm gonna jump on to that other.
No, it says this one doesn't need flooding. This bottom one must be. The one next to field 2 is right at the top. The one for field 3, I believe, is petrol station side.
Yeah.
The one down the top end of field 8, it doesn't.
2 does.
Yeah, I'm going for it now.
I've done 2.
In fact, they need fertilising as well at some point, or at least certainly one of them does.
Well, we have the fertiliser spreader.
Indeed we do.
Is this shit, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, that will need ripping.
Yeah,
Or
because it's potatoes.
if we want to use well, if we use our little drill, it doesn't. But obviously, it's how long the little drill's going to take you.
Yeah, and to be fair, that other field took a while. It won't. By the way, the field won't be done. I mean, in terms of ripping, even I can't rip this yet because what was that?
Bee harvester. Parsnips already.
Oh, right, okay.
It's the good old Colossus.
Do you get trailer?
Not yet. Because if I can fit it all in one, I might just use. The trouble is, I think the canning factory is still pretty full.
Hmm.
When it comes to parsnips, the canning factory still has 31,000 litres, so I think we will produce more than it can hold. And it's what we do with the difference, whether we keep it, whether we just sell it.
Don't know. That's the only ripper we've got in it?
At the moment, yes, unless once again you want
I mean,
to rent. I mean, you can rent a really big cultivator if you want. We've got the money.
Give me a second. What's the power of this thing again? How do we find the
5 something.
How do we find the fucking power out of these vehicles?
Vehicles tab is where finances and all that is.
Why?
Because, I don't know.
Fucking annoying. That's the 539. See, that's the thing. It lets you piss around with like the value and all that crap, but it doesn't allow you to put it in license plate order because the game can't seem to figure that out. It can by age.
Probably also because some stuff doesn't have license plates and things, or if you haven't set. Don't forget, license plates is something you don't have to do, whereas like age to have a number by.
Alright, so
We're definitely going to produce more parsnips in the canning factory, so we'll be able to refill the canning factory.
So what do I need? Do I need a disc harrow or do I need a cultivator?
Either or. My personal preference is always a cultivator. You should still be able to get like a nice, fairly wide one.
I can get about comfortably. I can get about 14.3 meter.
Yeah.
I can get that on lease.
Yeah, go for that.
Lease. It's gonna cost what? 2,000. It's gonna cost like 6.5 grand.
Don't worry about that because as soon as I've done this and I'll end up doing a pallet run again and we'll make a shit ton of money. So.
I mean, it's just. It shouldn't take me, with that amount of width, it shouldn't take me long. I mean, I know you've got...
She said. She said that, no.
What didn't she say?
That she's never seen smaller?
And this is why people should enjoy the videos. Because, you know, you either get us talking bollocks, random crap, and...
ripping the hell out of each other.
Yeah, and sometimes you do learn things.
Yeah. It might have been something you wanted to learn, but
You know, maybe just use another useless random piece of crap that you can stick in your noggin.
One of those things that you think to yourself, well, that's going to come up in a pub quiz in about 30 years' time.
Funnily enough, though, it makes you laugh because stuff that probably
Right. Field harvested 290,000 litres of parsnips.
Hang on, what? Harvested already?
With 20-metre working width on it.
Fair enough.
Why's the kimchi stopped? What have we run out of?
Lettuce? Cabbage?
Don't call me names.
Wet lettuce?
Napa cabbage, yeah. Why have we not Napa cabbage? You're making it, but you're not making it fast enough.
Yeah, but
You're making it as well.
Yeah, but I just don't think we've topped it up.
It's on distributing.
Well, obviously we've got a problem.
We don't have enough cabbage production.
Yeah, there's a thing you've done.
If we just turn kimchi off for now and let that build for a while, we've got plenty of other things going through there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's full-time working on all the various frigging beats and shit we've put into it.
Well, we're going to need... At some point, we're probably going to need to... I mean, you might need to do some fertilising of the field with the...
There's quite a few need fertilising, I think, from what I can see.
Will this cultivator actually go through the... That's something I need to check. Is that actually changing the state of the field?